Hi everyone. The topic of today's video is the process of hiring an attorney. Now, I'm not going to talk about how to choose an attorney, but rather just that process of when you contact the law firm. I will be doing a separate video about how to choose an attorney. Now, for our purposes, when you hire a law firm, you probably want to know what to expect. And like anything major that you want to do in your life, you do your research, you might contact multiple providers, and it's a process. You don't just hire someone right away, and no one, frankly, wants to be hired right away. Everyone needs to do their own research. So the first phase, when you first reach out to a law firm, is what I like to call the initial contact, followed by the intake phase, and then a consultation, and then hiring. We will start with the initial contact. So that's pretty simple, straightforward. You call a law firm or you contact them through their website, and soon you're talking to someone from the firm. That first contact will be usually the assistant or client relations person. So what happens next is the intake phase. And that is when the law firm will gather information. And again, this will be either through an assistant or a client relations person. They'll ask you a series of questions about your matter. This is not a consultation. It's just to gather the basic information to take to the attorney. So what can you be expected to be asked? It really depends on the kind of law firm that you contact. So in my case, I'm a business attorney. And I ask questions about the occupation. Are you employed? Is the matter, related to a business that you're starting? I want to make sure that the person lives in Illinois so that, they're not in a different state, because otherwise I probably will not be able to help them depending on the matter. If there are any other parties involved, the reason why we ask this question is to do what's known as a conflict check. In other words, I want to make sure that that if there's another party, if there's a conflict between a potential client and someone else, that I'm not already working for that person, because then it would be a conflict of interest. I can't serve two different people who have opposing conflicts, right? So that's why we ask that question. And of course, too, if they have an attorney already, just so I know how to gauge that situation as well. And the intake is really important because it really helps an attorney assess whether they can help the potential client. I don't want to be charging a consultation fee. I'm quite certain that you don't want to pay a consultation fee knowing full well that I don't practice this area of law. No one wants to waste time and money. So that's one of the beauties of the intake process. So in addition to, like I said, the conflict check that the law firm has to perform, in addition just to making sure that I'm the right kind of lawyer for your case, is just to see in general if it makes sense for a law firm to take the case. Now, once the law firm gets that information, they pass it on to the attorney. The attorney will review it and let the potential client know that they want to schedule a consultation or a meeting with the attorney. Now, some law firms do free consultations and some do paid consultations. I have another video about that, which is linked below in the description. So that's a whole nother topic. Basically, you end up meeting with the attorney. And during that, the attorney will hear more about your case, ask you more in-depth questions about your matter and what your goals are, and discuss your options. And at that point, you can choose to hire the attorney, and then you'll be asked to sign an engagement agreement or retainer agreement, or, there's different names for that. But regardless, it's a contract between the client and the attorney, and it dictates the payment structure, the scope, what exactly is the attorney doing, what is the attorney not doing. Like if you have 5 cases, that contract should make clear that the attorney may be only handling one of those cases. So all that is very important to make sure that everyone is on the same page as to what the attorney is doing for the client. And that is the hiring process for hiring an attorney.